daily consumption of honey can do wonderful things to you, especially if you have children at home. Make honey culture part of your thing. Psychological stability, physical well-being, vitality, all these things can be greatly enhanced simply consuming daily honey.
So, honey, it has different types of impacts on the system. If it consumed raw, it has one kind of impact. If it is consumed in cold water, it has another kind of impact. If it is consumed in warm water, it's a different kind of impact. We want to consume it in warm water here because we want the system to open up. If you put it into boiling water, some part of honey will turn poisonous. So you should never put it into boiling water, or you should not cook the honey. I know in Western societies, people are making honey cakes and stuff, they're cooking it. If it crosses a certain temperature, then honey will turn poisonous. So it must be put into… like it's in a temperature that is drinkable. Into that you put. If it's boiling hot, you don't put.
One more substance which could be very good for you in daily consumption is honey. Honey is the only substance found on the planet whose chemical composition is very close to that of human blood. If you change a few things, it's almost like blood. Daily consumption of honey can do a lot for your health, especially people who have excess mucus problems.
When I was getting lost in the jungles of India, the only food that sustained me largely was honey. I ate other things that I don't want to talk to you about, but largely honey. People always wondered, how do you survive? In any season you go, you manage to stay there for 2-3 weeks and come back, how do you do it? My trick was, normally we were riding a Czech Republic motorcycle at that time, okay? These days everything is sensitive, you can't say anything as it was.
You can say Thomas here.
So we were riding a Java or a SD, so it has a petrol tube. Normally you need 7-8 inches of petrol tube, but I always put extra, about 15-16 inches of petrol tube, because it gets hard, you can keep cutting it and putting it on. The rubber gets hard. And this is also for my honey, so when I park the motorcycle in the forest and cover it up with all branches and stuff, I pull off the petrol tube and put it in my pocket and go. So I climb up the tree and the hill, I don't know what kind of honeybees you have here, I have no experience of this. There we have what is called as black bees. They are this big, about 1.5 inches long, and honey is fantastic in the Western Ghats because the variety of vegetation there is probably like no other in the world. The number of species of plants there is like nothing else in the world. So, I go there and these huge hives, they built it on that kind of branch where the sloth bears cannot get. A sloth bear weighs approximately 70 to 85 kilograms. So, the bees are so smart, they will build it in a place where the bear cannot get to it. Just on that kind of branch, where the bear will not be able to go because the branch will bend. So I'm just around little over 70 kilograms. So I crawl up that, go close to it, stick my pipe into the hive and drink it up. I drink up about 3/4 of a liter of honey, and for the day I'm settled, So I just lived on honey for many weeks, and there are tribes called honey shepherds in India, they're called Jenukuruvas. So I went and lived with them, and they just live on honey. Every day, from morning to evening, just their bamboo glasses about this tall, approximately about 3/4 of a liter it would take, you just drink that, that's the food. And you are so energized, means you don't need anything else for the whole day. You're climbing trees, you're doing all kinds of crazy things, but it takes care of you 1 liter of honey. So I'm just telling you because I heard beekeeping is a big deal here.